love somebody, you will not be able to find how bad they are anymore. What you'll be seeing about that person is always something good, something good, something good, something. Oh, this person is so good. Even if when she farts in public, you see it as, oh, excellent. The fart sounds nice. Like, once you engage in illicit sex, oh, she's a smoker, and you don't like it. You can't spend your entire life with a smoker partner. Hello and welcome to PCTVchannels. Today we'll be talking about how to find your life partner. If you are looking for a way to find your life partner, how to discover who will match you and him or her, stay tuned and please follow this video from beginning to end so that you won't be missing in anything. And also remember, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, click that subscribe button, you will see it here. Click that subscribe button just below this video so that you will get updates, because these are the kind of discussions we bring up on this channel: relationship matters and family discussions and divorce and the rest of them. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell as well. Today we are going to be talking about how to choose your life partner. Before you talk about how to choose your life partner, there are things to consider, and the first question you need to ask yourself is a question like this: what kind of person can I spend my entire life with? And before you begin to answer this question that you have to ask yourself, you have to also consider asking yourself, what kind of person am I? Did you get that? You have to ask yourself this question: what kind of person are you? Because what kind of person you are determines the kind of person that you can live with. Don't tell me that you fell in love with him or her, because most of what you see in the world today is fish love. What is fish love? An old man once saw a young man eating fish. The old man asked the young man, "Hey young man, why are you eating that fish?" And the young man said, "Oh, I love the fish." The old man said, "Oh, okay, you love the fish. That is why you caught it out from the water and you killed it and boiled it." This is the kind of love you see in the world today. The old man actually told the young man, actually, you don't love the fish. You love yourself. Because if you love the fish, you would have spared its life. That is what you see in the world today. People will love you for a reason. Maybe for one thing or the other that they will get from you, they will love you for that. But once that thing is not visible again or they cannot get it, oh, what takes over that love is hatred, or perhaps, I don't care. So, you have to first ask yourself, what kind of person am I? Character. What kind of person am I? Then you begin to ask yourself, what kind of person can I spend my entire life with? While you're asking yourself what kind of person you are, you have to also consider, can I live with my type? If you find your type as a partner, can you live with him? You have hot temper, all right, and you respect the fact that you have hot temper, and you're telling yourself, oh, I have hot temper, I don't tolerate nonsense. Can you live with someone that has hot temper as well? Ask yourself that. And now we dive into the topic, how to find or how to choose your life partner. And number one is avoid falling in love before knowing your spouse. And that's correct. Avoid falling in love before knowing your spouse. If you rush into love, my dear, you will make a big mistake. Not only one mistake, you are going to make a lot of mistakes. You know why? Because they say that love is blind. But actually, I've discovered that love is not just blind, but love blinds the lover. I think you got that. Love blinds the lover. When you love somebody, when I say love, I mean loving with all your heart. When you love somebody, you will not be able to find how bad they are anymore. What you'll be seeing about that person is always something good, something good, something good, something. Oh, this person is so good. Even if when she farts in public, you see it as, oh, excellent. The fart sounds nice. Like, wow. Does that make sense to you? You don't need to fall in love before knowing your spouse. Try to monitor and know. Avoid getting your heart into deep love before knowing your spouse. Try and avoid that, because that thing you see is a trap. You will end up getting married to the kind of person you don't like because you were caught in love. What is love? When you spend most of your time with somebody, you get fond of that person and you begin to like some things that person do. You get fond of that person, and when you get fond of that person, eventually you will see yourself loving that person. Telling you honestly, that is what love is all about. You can love anybody, even somebody you never intended loving, or you can love them, of course. You know why? Because love doesn't just come because, oh, I want to love this person. No. It doesn't happen like that. Love comes even when you do not expect it. Love happens when you spend most of your time with someone. You engage in discussions and then you play, and all those things are things that form up love, not some so-called strange spiritual something. Love is just like that. So avoid falling in love before knowing your spouse. Try and know the person first before going into love or deeper relationship. That's correct. Take note of that as point number 1. The second point is avoid hiding your character during courtship. When you are in courtship with someone and you're trying to be all the good person you are, and then whenever you know that you are the kind of person that likes to play, and then you try to stop playing, you try to avoid playing so that he will not say, this girl is stupid, or he will not say, this guy behaves like a child. Forget that. Just show your real character. Show yourself. Do everything just the way you like doing them. Don't hide anything during courtship. Show yourself. Let your spouse know the kind of person you are, because both of you are only trying to know yourselves, and you need to know yourselves very well before you get closer into deeper relationship, which is marriage. When you get into marriage, oh no, you can't correct anything you did not correct in courtship. You cannot do that anymore. Why? Because marriage is for better and for worse, for richer and for poorer, till death do you part. Do you get this? So try and make sure that you don't hide your character during courtship or during relationship. Make sure you show all your character. If you are a smoker, smoke. Even in front of that your spouse, smoke. Let him or her know that you are a smoker. If you drink, oh God, drink. Drink in front of him. Do everything in front of him. And that is point number 2. Another thing you should try to do is ask yourself, does this person have the kind of character that I can live with? While that person is showing his or her character, your own duty is to be looking at that person and be watching. Find out the things you don't like and tell them. Yes. Oh, she's a smoker and you don't like it. You can't spend your entire life with a smoker. Then try telling her. If you think she can stop it, then advise her to stop it. And then if she can stop it, fine. If she doesn't stop it, make sure that you don't get into closer relationship with that person. Tell that person pop and play that you cannot do this. If you cannot marry a smoker, do not pretend and go ahead into that marriage, because you are going to spend your entire life with the kind of smoke that you hate the most. You hate smoke. Okay, then avoid anybody that smokes. If she smokes, then tell her that you don't like it. If he smokes, then tell him that you can't live with it. Tell him about it. And don't try to pretend, because if you pretend, you will eventually swallow your own spit, which is not good. It's not advisable at all. This person is someone you are going to live with. You are going to bear children. His children are going to bear your name. your children are going to bear his name. So, what is it for you to manage? There is nothing there for you to manage. You have to be real. You must be real. All right? And that is it. Does his or her character, do you think you can live with his or her character? Can you do that? If you cannot do that, then do not go into that relationship. If you are a Muslim and he's a Christian and you think you cannot stay with him or you cannot marry him, be real. If he plays a lot and you don't like it, just tell him about that. Does his or her character match with what you want to live with what you can live with? Is he a person that has hot temper? Oh no, try and make hairs while the sun shines. Don't say, oh, I can manage. Marriage is not something you can manage. It is something that is eternal. It is something that is forever throughout your life, unless you want to be a victim of divorce, which is not actually what you'll be praying for. If you know from the beginning that you don't like this person, you are looking for a fair girl and eventually saw a black girl, and then you want to manage, you want to try, you are sure you don't want to marry that person, then why in the first place going to start what you can't finish? What it will do to you is it will bring you bad name. And that leads us to another point, which is avoid sexual intimacy during courtship. Don't have sex with him, don't have sex with her when you are both not yet married. Let me tell you something. You might be thinking that, oh, others are doing it. Why won't I do it? Why will my only be different? What is this man talking? Oh no, listen to me. Once you engage in illicit sex, you will become blind about choosing the right person. And you become a slave, a sex slave to someone. Even if he or she upsets you, you will still be enticed. You will still be lured into going back to him or her. Why? Because you're already having sex with him or her. Sex is a bond, and it is kept only for married people. Virginity is like a gift to your husband, to your wife, immediately after marriage. So you don't have any reason to give it to your boyfriend. It's not a birthday gift to your boyfriend. It's not a birthday gift to your girlfriend. It's a gift, a wedding gift, which you will give to your husband, to your wife. So please, don't make any mistake about that. Once you fall away from this point, I'm telling you that you have ruined a lot of things. It is not good to engage into illicit sex before marriage. And the dangers are, STDs are there. From that sexual intimacy, you might get pregnant, unwanted pregnancy, and you are also in danger of being a sex slave to someone. Be very mindful of that and do not make mistakes. The next point, and the final, which is the final point, is this: make sure you inquire of the Lord before you get into marriage with anyone. Make sure you do that. When God does not sign something, if you get into problem with that thing, do not expect God's intervention. Let God sign that marriage before you go. Let God sign that marriage before you move ahead with it. Don't just say, oh, I fell in love with him, I fell in love. No, there's no such thing as I fell in love. When God has not signed it, you don't know what is ahead of you in that marriage. So make sure you inquire of the Lord before you go into that marriage, because marriage is a lifetime something. Thank you very much for staying to the end of this video. We love you and we hope to see you next time. I remain your prophet, PC OBIORA.